Sorry about that. We've been messing with some things in the background. But it is that time. So, without further ado, welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm, as always, glad to have you with me. Sorry you had to play spectator to the bullshit there. I have been messing with so many different things in the background. I'm kind of scatterbrained at the moment. Just been messing with this, that, and the other thing. As you do when you're a man of science. But we are going to be playing some Junicraft today. We're going to be hopefully doing some more work on that bridge. And yeah, it's going to be a good time, I believe. Let me... because one thing is not working like it should be, so I'm going to fix that real quick. Hopefully fix that real quick. I don't know why it's not working, actually. Let's just pop that over there. And that was not the right one. Is it this one? Yes, it is. But it's not showing up over there, though. Which is strange. Okay. We're going to restart that then. I use a little program called Borderless Gaming to just make sure that everything can like full screen borderless for things like Minecraft and the like. And it doesn't work properly. There we go. Alright, now without further ado, let's get into the game, shall we? Oh. Magenta248, appreciate the follow. Hope you have a lovely time in the stream, and I hope everyone's having a lovely day out there. As you can see, everything is dark. Also, Eli, thanks for the follow, man. Let's get this working here. Everything is broken. Everything is broken. Don't worry about it. But yes, welcome back to Junicraft, where the frames are dropping. I don't know why. Maybe I just need to move around a little bit. Are my video settings on? They're okay. Hey, Minnie, welcome to stream. That helps a little. Okay. So, today, this big eyesore of a thing, which actually we need to update. Hey, Klefki, welcome to stream. Let's take this one. We're probably going to have to take this one, too. And we'll just update that bridge real quick. You can already see it updating in my hand. Yes, it is a crazy start to a stream, Klefki. I'll say that much. Everything is breaking, and I'm the one breaking it. But what is science if not a bunch of eggs being broken for the sake of an omelet? So it's all good. And I think there should be a little smidgen on this one as well. I'm broken too. Let's go. Yeah. It's a mood. Okay, we got those. So I have farmed up a little bit of dark oak because I feel like that's going to be the majority of what we're using for this bridge. Is going to be dark oak and maybe some spruce logs. I don't know what we're going to do about that yet. I don't really know what we're going to do about this bridge entirely. It's been a crazy couple of days in my mind. So I haven't really planned this one out as much as I'd like to. Relatable? Yeah. I couldn't even fucking say that word. I'm sorry. And I also need to get more of the slabs too, because we haven't even finished off the top of it. I don't know what I'm over here for. I just need to... Okay. Take a moment. My mind is running a million miles an hour. Remember this, everyone. We all have these moments where we're running a million miles an hour and everything just gets crazy and we just need to take a moment. Love how your base looks with your shaders. It does look very nice with the shaders. I have never entered this base without the shaders. I don't actually know what it would look like without them. I don't know what... I don't even think I have a button to toggle shaders, but at some point I'll look at it without it and I'll probably be like, oh, it's not that good. Yeah, we're just going to take a moment here for a second and just breathe. Okay, let's get some things done. It's important to take that moment every now and again to just breathe. Because things can get out of hand very quickly, and you just need to rein yourself in. It looks good without them, but this is just awesome. Yeah, I will never not love the shaders. I think I have complementary on, just because Seuss shaders are kind of broken as it is. Breeding's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Yeah, I think the Seuss shaders are still broken, and Sonic Ether has been kind of AWOL for a long time. So, it's not going to be fixed anytime soon. I'm a med student. What is breathing? Well, that doesn't bode well for you, does it? Intake of air in the lungs. And followed by an expulsion of carbon dioxide. Meant to oxygenate the blood. I am not a med student. That is my pitiful attempt at relaying biology. I'm a scientist, not a doctor. Never go to me for medical advice, because... What? Okay. You get 10 points. Ooh, what do I get to spend the points on? Love to use shaders again. MC Access doesn't like Optifine anymore, though. I'm hoping they fix that. Is MC Access... If it's not Forge, you can always use Fabric and do Iris shaders. Because I know, like, for the longest time when Optifine was still updating, the stuff like Iris and Sodium and all that stuff were still, like, up to date. And so I was using that in lieu of Optifine. And it gives equatable, if not slightly better performance. What? Okay. Yeah, it gives equatable, if not better performance, and the shaders look no less good. Matter of fact, I was trying to load up my... Okay, I thought those were like missing chunks for a second because it looked like the blue of the sky. I am expecting everything to break. There's a Fabric version, but I still can't get Fabric to work for some reason, so I'm using Forge. You still can't get it to work? Did you try using 0.10.0? Because I think that was a thing that I talked about forever ago, and you were like, oh my god, yes, that worked. Did that, like, break or something? Even in Minecraft, people, modding is not an exact science. Modding is an art, which explains why I'm so bad at it. I've been modding Fallout because I've been playing a lot of Fallout on my off time. Just 4, and I'm trying to get back into New Vegas as well. Good god, those are games to mod. Those are certainly moddable games. That works for 1.19, but it won't work for anything past that for some reason. It's weird. Have you been using the latest? And just like, for some reason, it still won't work? Go away. I don't need you there. Yeah, I don't know. We might make it with this stack. I don't know. We might have to go back for more. I only grabbed what I had. I didn't really make any more. But we do have to make more. The crazy bit is like, this bridge is only a small part of the entire project, because we got to do this bridge, we got to do the tower there, and then we got to do the other bridge going off in that direction. I mean, at least I know what to do for these streams, because that's honestly... It's honestly a bit of a problem for me. It's like, okay, I'm on the server, but not a lot of people really do the server stuff right now, because we're kind of in between seasons. So it's like, what am I doing? So satisfying to watch? Well, I'm glad. If it wasn't good to watch, then there wouldn't be much point in me streaming it. So I'm very glad you're enjoying yourself. We are going to need to get more of these, though. Tried updating several times. It just refuses to even launch the game as soon as any mods are installed. That is weird. Is there like... Is it something with MC Access, then? Is it like a broken thing with the Fabric version of it? For that particular install? You hop back on sometime to work on the mine? Yeah. It happens with any mod. What the hell? Are you sure your mod folder is empty? Like, that there's nothing else that is like, oh yeah, this is in here and it's conflicting with it. Let's put them both to slabs. Why not? Have plenty of slab. So for those of you just joining us, such as Magenta, we are building a bridge from our base here, this lovely little copper and birch thing, to the mainland, and a tower that we are going to build there. And then we are going to turn the bridge and point it in the direction of the bridge across the ocean, because we're sort of part way into the ocean. We're like, I'd say a third of the way from the north end. No, I'd say less than that. I'd say we're probably about 20% of the way to the north end, because this is the north end right here, basically. And I fell. It's fine. I runs when the folder's empty. It doesn't as soon as I put any mod into it. It doesn't seem to matter what mod it is. That is really fucking strange. I know I've tried to help you with this before, and I've always sort of slammed my head against the wall trying to think of what it is, because I want to help. But it is an infuriating problem to tackle. I should also mention, I do have a new thing for the channel points. No one I've talked to has any idea what the problem is. Yeah, it's infuriating. But I should also mention that we have a new thing for the channel points. For those that don't know, I'm also an aspiring voice actor. I haven't really done many audition things because I've been kind of down about it and have been trying to focus on streaming. But I also do a variety of voices, and so you can now spend 3,000 channel points to force me to talk in a specific accent for, I believe it was 10 minutes that I set it to. So that is a thing. So if I know the accent that you set it to, then I will have to speak in that accent for 10 minutes. Gotta save up for that then. I figured that'd be a bit of a hit. You'll even walk me through reinstalling everything and it still happens. That's so fucking weird. Minnie, your mod setup is weird. Ready to talk like Shrek for 10 minutes? Are you just gonna put Scottish? Or are you just gonna literally put Shrek? I'll do Scottish. My first D&D character actually was Scottish, which that was fun. I would have just put Shrek. I think there's only so many times I can yell donkey before my voice just gives out. It's a bit of a grindy bit that I probably should have done off stream, but fuck it, you know? We just vibing with the music, the weird visual glitches, it's fine. Everything's breaking. That's another thing, is that my Vanilla Plus mod pack, which is like a little thing that I like to run where it's got the physics mod and a whole bunch of other like really fancy stuff. It makes Minecraft look even fancier than it does now. it's breaking and I don't know why. Like, it worked one day and then the next just nothing. And so I'm kind of getting that vibe too of like, why is this not working? And so that's why I'm playing without any of that stuff. For those of you that don't know, the physics mod is crazy. It's the one where like you break a block and it breaks into little pieces that just fall to the floor. And like you got actual waves in the water and everything. I think I've streamed with it on before. I feel like I have. But I can't be certain. I'm serious, for as long as I can remember, I've always been the one to run into weird technical issues. Me too. But Google usually tells me. No one else ever seems to run into me too. It's super frustrating sometimes. It really is. Since I'm kind of the techie in my family, meaning that I'm the one that can actually use the Google search engine, I'm always the one that's called upon to fix everyone else's issues, but when there's an issue of mine, I also have to be the one to fix it. So just Google's my best friend. Really is. Ask anyone who fixes computer stuff for a living and they'll tell you the same thing. But it is the worst thing when you get an issue and it's like someone had this issue like 6 years ago and either there's no responses on their thread or they're like, yeah, newest update fixed it. And it's like, I'm on the newest update 6 years later and it's happening again. What happened? Haven't played D&D in years. Neither have I, honestly. It's been a hot minute since I played D&D. I miss it. But the only way I'm really going to play D&D again is by being a DM. And that's a whole other time sink that I'm not prepared for right now. My character was a giant buff dude with European Germanic accent. Nice. I've gotten a little bit of practice with the German accent just by like imitating Caleb Widogast from Critical Role. Just that one's always fun to do. Yeah, I've got a little bit of the German. I've got like a posh English, Scottish, Irish. Those are fun. Russian, always a staple. If I started doing like a Japanese accent, it would sound incredibly racist, so please don't ask that. I will not abide by the Japanese one just because someone will call me a racist. And I don't want that to happen. Even though it would be a good Japanese accent, but it would sound racist. Google never helps. When I say no one, I literally mean no one. I feel that. I've had a few of those problems as well. Didn't really apply too much. Just screens as single words. Fair. Finally talk. My verification wasn't working. Tori had the same problem, honestly. I forgot that I turned the phone verification thing on again, or was it email verification? One of the verifications for talking in chat, but that's to like keep the bots away. Sorry about that. Probably because my phones are currently disabled. Yeah, this phone. Had to get a free text number to bypass it for now. Well, at least you could do that. Tori's, for some reason, it was linked to a phone number that she no longer had. So I had to turn it off for a while just for her, but it's only turned on for first-time chatters, so it shouldn't be a problem going forward. Love to play D&D again, but I rarely see my friends anymore. I haven't talked to any of my buddies that I played D&D with in a couple years now. There was a whole big thing that happened, and we kind of distanced from one another. A couple of us, not so amiably, but most of the rest of us just because I didn't really talk with the group much. I'm not a very outgoing or sociable person. I am very much introverted at heart. So that just sort of happens. I've never done accents with any of my characters. I almost always do accents with my characters because I feel like doing the voice helps me get into character. I feel like it helps distance me from myself and put me in their shoes. But that's just me. I'm always way too self-conscious to make that happen. You can't be self-conscious with these things, honestly. It's like doing anything else. You just gotta dive in. And it's probably going to be bad at first. And everyone kind of expects it to be bad at first. But you can also just lean into it and make it fun. You can very much do that. Like, there was a character in my first campaign, like an NPC that the DM was voicing, and gave him like the goofiest, stupidest voice. And we knew it was stupid, and we laughed about it, and he just leaned into it and made it goofier and stupider. And when he genuinely tried on a voice, like, he tried to voice my first character in a subsequent campaign, but he can't do a Scottish accent to save his life. So he was trying, and it's like, it's a little rusty, keep working at it. But eventually it was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna tell you what to say and you say it. It was something. Magenta is my wife. Oh, lovely. Told her you were playing Minecraft and she was excited to see. Well, I'm glad to inspire excitement in others. She's recently gotten into it. That is wonderful to hear. It is a very good game. It's the only game that has captured my interest and kept it for so long. I think I've been playing this game, God, how long now? 11-ish years, I'd say. I would love to get you on a campaign I'm in. I'll hit you up if there's ever an opening. Sure. Absolutely. I would even stream it if, like, that was a thing. Like, if it lined up with anything. I mean, God knows there's already so much shuffling and shifting around with my schedule, so, you know, what would be one more? I do like the schedule as it is now, though. Honestly. It is a bit hectic doing 5 days a week, but I'm also just trying to really buckle down and show that I am serious about doing this stuff. One of the few games I can play with friends. Yeah. A lot of the things that I've got are single player. I don't own a lot of multiplayer games, which is a shame, because many remind me, I got into an EN VTuber Discord, and I gotta link you to it, since you are a PNG tuber. I feel like it might be something that you'd like to sort of take a look at the community at least. Like, sort of dip your feet, dip your toes. But, like, there's a lot of people on there that are, like, looking for collabs and everything. And they'll be like, yeah, I want to play this, I want to play that, I want to play the other thing. Like, there's still people wanting to play Among Us, and people want to play, like, Deceit, Phasmophobia, which I actually have, but I don't really want to play too much these days. But yeah, it's just like every time I see some, like, wanting a collab, and I'll look at what game it is, and it's like, oh. And I'll look at what time and date that they want to do, and I'm like, oh. Because, like, no one ever really wants to stream at the time of day that I am. It's always either, like, really early or really late. Can't stream any of the campaigns I'm in at the moment, but hopefully I can stream campaigns someday. Hopefully. There's a VTuber Discord. Why am I surprised by that? Why are you surprised by that? There's a few of them. Just the EN VTuber Discord is for English VTubers and aspiring VTubers. And it's a thing that I recently joined to try and network a bit. Try and, like, branch out into the community a little, make some friends, sort of get to know. Okay. Sort of, like, get to know people and make connections and all that sort of thing. And, yeah, it seems like it's a very large group of people. It's, like, a few thousand people. But, by and large, it seems like an okay place. And you can even, like... It's pretty much a one-stop shop for VTuber stuff. Like, if I had any money for assets and stuff, or, like doing models, or rigging, or stream assets, any of that sort of thing, then they've got somewhere for everyone to go for it. Well, speaking of lives, hello, baby. Tori has made it home, everyone. glad you are home.
I'm glad to be home.
Got the Ninder on the stove. Of course, baby. Say hello to the chat.
Hello.
My face is freaking out a little bit because VC Face doesn't know how to handle two people in the same shot.
Hey, Manny.
Eli says, we've been getting into D&D ourselves while my wife's new to it. I'm an older veteran. Played back in 3.5. I started in 5. I was never in 3.5, though I am looking at Pathfinder stuff. God forbid I were to ever get to the point of DMing again. I would probably do Pathfinder 2nd edition over 5e, just because of the whole OGL thing. It's kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. We started a campaign with a local friend as our DM. It's been interesting. Nice. We still need quite a bit more of this. But yeah, it was a buddy of mine. Like, this was my first campaign, like, first few campaigns, really. It was a buddy of mine that ran it, and basically all of us were new to D&D, including him. So that was an interesting experience. I feel like that should be more than enough. There we go. Oh, we still got plenty left over if we want to make some more slabs or any of the sort. And I haven't even really gotten into the designing of the bridge yet. It's just basic building right now. Hello, sweetheart.
I was checking on the plants.
Checking on the plants. How are they doing?
Sunflowers are still really good. So
Yeah.
are the marigolds. Nothing else has really sprung up yet.
That's okay.
Onions are still looking okay. I keep forgetting to weed those.
That's all right. It's been a crazy time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, back at this end.
Have fun, baby.
Thank you, baby. Hope you have a good food. Yeah, we've been planting some plants. Got a couple little planters out back. So she was checking on those. I want to try out the TTRPG systems. I feel like I'm stuck with 5e because most others aren't super accessible. Yeah, I get that. I think the whole thing with that is just 5e is the biggest, and so it's going to get the most attention like that. Because that sort of thing, I guess they don't really think of how to make it accessible. They're more thinking of just like the mechanics and all that sort of thing. And so it kind of becomes up to the players to do something or the fans to do something about it. And so the more you have, obviously, the better chance that you're going to have that someone either has that issue or just wants to fix that issue. Never tried to play Pathfinder, been interested though. Problem is trying to get the money to get the books. Here's the thing. There is, I know about this, there's an online resource that KSO themselves, the people who make Pathfinder, support. That it's like, you can get the base books for Pathfinder free online. And like, you can get anything that you need to play, save for the adventures. The adventures are the only things that you have to pay for. Everything else, in terms of the rule books, completely free on that website. And if you were to look up like Pathfinder 2nd edition rule books or something like that, you're gonna have to link me the stuff later. I will. But I'm sure if you look up like Pathfinder 2nd edition rule books online, it'll probably be the first thing that pops up. Honestly, most of that accessibility comes from D&D Beyond. Yeah. still not pleased on how that's going with Wizards of the Coast being at the helm, but you know. The issue isn't any of the game rules or mechanics, it's more of how someone can access and use the material. I get that. I totally do. They make it very easy to just, like, plug and play. Whereas everything else, you kind of have to read the different bits about it. And that's already, I know, an issue. Do you have a new skin? I do and I don't. So, what it is kind of a recolor. And this is actually meant to go with the new season of Junicraft, is what I originally intended. Because we originally thought that it would be much sooner than it has been, because it was going to be released with 1.20. But 1.20 is taking sweet time. Bridge, hello B, welcome to chat. Tried making character sheets manually, it did not go well. Yeah, it's a bit of a process making them manually. That's the only way that I had to start with. I got D&D Beyond pretty quickly, and I got all my friends hooked on it, because at the time, it was a smaller thing. But it was still very much doing what it does now. Back in the days before it was owned by Wizards. I'm just not a fan of the direction they took the site. Like, they're very much doing it with dollar signs in their eyes. Interesting recolor. You need one to match your stream character too. I do. I am going to do that at some point. Is make my current avatar a Minecraft skin. I also feel like I should... B, thanks for the subscription with Prime, no less. Remember, everyone, with Prime, you can subscribe for free. If you got an Amazon Prime account, you got Twitch Prime, and you got one free sub to a creator a month. And thank you, B, for spending that on me. It is much appreciated. Prime, you're the one that put it forward. I had to take the opportunity. I already intended to say something about it earlier, but then I just forgot about it. I got wrapped up in everything else. So it's like, oh yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing I can tell them about. But yes, also enjoy the emotes. Enjoy the emotes and lack of ads. But yeah, imagine. But yeah, I feel like the skin to match my VTuber avatar really has to come after I finalize what my VTuber avatar is going to look like. Like, you can even tell with the goggles. Like, they're a different shape than last time, because I went to Tori about it, and she's like, I like the shape that they are with, like, the square, but I feel like the circle is more iconic. And it's like, you're right, honestly. So I made them circles, I made them a bit bigger, so now they're very obviously goggles. Because it's hard to make accessories in Vroid Studio, which is what I use to make this avatar. It's very, very difficult to customize certain things in Vroid Studio, because I don't have the money to, like, commission avatars or anything like that. So anything that is made for me, dealing with this character specifically, it's me. It's me making it. I have to get good at art and all these different things. I've heard from a lot of disabled D&D players that so many of us feel stuck because we can't simply leave D&D Beyond and still play D&D or most other TTRPGs in general. I will say, with that, we did use another phone app before we used D&D Beyond, so there might be something specifically in terms of like mobile apps that lets you build characters in a similar way, but you'd have to search around for it, would be the thing. It's not a thing that I can just be like, oh yeah, use this one. It's very much a, you've got to hunt for it. Some can, but those are usually the people with fewer accessibility needs, yeah. Yeah, I'd say look around at different mobile apps and see what you can find with them. if you're really intent on leaving D&D Beyond. Because I know there are some out there, or at least there were. If I can't imagine Wizards would be, you know, sending out DMCAs. How dare you make a character creator for our game? I can't imagine they'd be doing that. Because of the OpenGL license. There are apps for that, but I found them clunky when using a magnifier or voiceover. Yeah. There's always going to be some sort of trade-off, I feel like. I wish I had all the answers. D&D talk? Oh yeah, D&D talk. I think this all spawned from the idea that you can use channel points to make me speak in an accent. Now, for 10 minutes. I think it costs 3,000 research points. So I'm sure a couple people out there probably have the 3,000 research points, namely Tori. She probably does. I love that woman. She is so supportive. She tunes into pretty much every stream. And I'm certainly not just saying that because she's probably listening. Now, fucking... Why is it doing this? I'm getting invisible slabs. Starting a D&D group and we'll start playing next month. Ooh, what kind of character are you playing? Give us the deets. What are you doing? What's your backstory? What class are you playing? Okay, so now we got... Oh, you're the DM. Oh, that's gonna be something. We're gonna need a way to get up there, too. We're probably gonna want to lower that down as well. Friends who never played before. Ooh. Get it, indeed. It reminds me of one of the things that I did back in the Unknown Empire. Hydrate. Okay, I'll grab my water over here since my soda is sitting in my little cup holder right now. Oh, I sat it in front of the camera. It's hard for it to see me. It's in front of the camera. Here we go. Gave them plenty of time to make their characters like a month. What we did, both for the Dungeons and Empires thing, which I ran, which may still be around on the VOD channel, in the cards below, by the way, the YouTube channel, is we did a episode 0 where I sort of walked them through character creation and like helped them figure out things like backstories and all that. And that's what I did. But just letting them go at it too can also produce some very interesting results. You just need to give them a little bit of... I miss Dini? Me too. You just need to give them a little bit of structure, a little bit of a nudge in the right direction sometimes. A homebrew campaign playing a Tabaxi rogue who accidentally gained some power from a goddess. Ooh, nice. And the world all inspire a bit from the Philippines. Ooh, that does sound interesting. I don't even know what all goes on in the Philippines, honestly. I am uncultured American man. You must explain these things to me. Let's just make it out of cobblestone, why not? Well, no, we got more smooth stone than we got cobblestone, and I put those back completely wrong. Our first session will be a how to make a character and stuff like that. They have an underground river. That sounds fucking awesome. As someone who lives on the side of a river, that sounds awesome. I will tell you, one of my favorite fucking things to do is to just go outside and look at the river. Like, the price of this house being for what it is, just the fact that it's on the river makes it worth it. So I'm gonna have a part of the world where there is an underground river that is frozen over. Ooh, that does sound cool. Also, don't make any puzzles too hard for them, because there is absolutely such a thing. If you think that they can do the puzzle all right by themselves, make it a little dumber. Make it a little dumber. Because I guarantee you they can't. DM's world has a lot of influences from Spain. One of the first places we visited was based on his hometown. Ooh, that's so creative. I love that. I did one homebrew thing where it was sort of a steampunk sort of thing. This didn't go very far, but it was a steampunk sort of thing where they mined a sort of magic reactive gemstone from the ground, and they sort of used it almost like electricity, where they had wires of it running through the streets, and it just like it was imbued into the entirety of the city itself, and it was basically the lifeblood of the city. And this is like an island nation, so basically anywhere around you could find this stuff. Some of the NPCs are based off Toho characters. Of course. I usually play a fighter or paladin. My current campaign, I'm a ranged rogue, completely new to me. I like to usually change up what I am. I like to play something different. My first character was a cleric that ended up buff as shit. Ended up with like 256 hit points at level 20. Was able to hit something with like plus 17 to hit. Was just complete like tank cleric. Like I was a one-man running army. And it was the greatest thing to see, like, no longer a heal bitch, because 5e clerics are broken. My second character was still my favorite. It was a Kenku fighter ranger. And it was just so fun being able to mimic everything, because Kenku, for those that don't know, Kenku in D&D do not have a voice of their own. Like, as a punishment for trying to surpass the gods, they are birds that have had their flight taken away, as well as their voices and creativity. And so the only way that he could speak is by mimicking the voices of others. And it was so fun. Because he was very much a light switch in the way of half the time he is party baby. He is baby. And then the other half he is killing machine, which I posed as like this is his training kicking in as like a guardsman of his people. But like the curious questioning nature of like, what's this, what's that, what's the other thing, that is who he really is. And my third character was a changeling sorcerer who hid the fact that he was a changeling with his different personas, who he sort of used as like an escapism thing for like self-hatred. Now that I think about it, that one actually had a lot more of me than I originally anticipated. Every D&D character you make has quite a bit of you inside it. The players are a Dragonborn Ranger, an Elven Bard, and a Rogue. Interesting. That's definitely a good spread. It's a good spread. I think when we started D&E proper, we had a wizard, a rogue, and what was Uli? I think Uli was a fighter. Was Uli a fighter or a barbarian? I can't remember. I'm getting their full characters at the end of the month. Nice. My last session was a rare event. DM asked me to technically metagame in order to revive someone who turned out to be a returning player. He was a ranger. He was a ranger? Yeah, he was a ranger. He just wasn't played like a normal ranger. But no, you're right. He was a ranger. So yeah, that was an interesting one. It's like, we have no one who can heal. Because there's no way that Tekken's going to make Victorian a healer. And I was right. There was no way. Which is why, honestly, if it would have gone on any longer, it would have really been a saving grace to have Botch and Targe join. Because, like, okay, you two kind of round out the party a little more. It kind of felt like the entire party was split, while also being like, this is all the party is. Less like a party and more like a mercenary group. But it was still fun, and it still worked somehow. Victorian would sooner abandon Mara in a ditch. Yes, that's absolutely true. But I will give it to Tekkit, because man, did he have some... He had some character progression. Like, he grew and changed as a character, and it was a very lovely thing to see, because none of it was forced. He was very much the same person that he was, but he was just different. And I feel like Tekkit does not give himself enough credit for being very good at writing a character, it seems. Not to mention the fact that he gave me like 3 pages worth of backstory. Like, he gave me twice as much as you and Ryan did combined. It was crazy, the amount of stuff that he did. Did awesome for sure. Yeah, you all did awesome. I'm just saying, I was surprised at, like, the lengths that he went to for his character, and it's like, this is very good. I'm terrible at writing backstories, that's fine. I am too, honestly. Like, all my backstories, the best ones that I've written, started from a simple premise and just sort of evolved over time. So one of the first NPCs my players will encounter is Alice. She is the current Archbishop of the Church, and the youngest Archbishop ever, after she made the former Archbishop disappear. The players won't know that. Oh, well, I hope your players aren't watching. They probably aren't. You're probably fine. She has a grimoire that she keeps with her, with the ability to trap people in another realm for the amount of time that she wants to. Also, she's an orphan raised by the church. I'm getting like Father Maxwell vibes from Helsing. My players are asleep, don't worry. Okay, that's fine. I mean, there is the VOD channel, but like I said, you're probably fine. They're not gonna find me. But no, like, the best backstory that I had was for my favorite, which was named Guardian. Which, another thing, by the way, I don't know what Helsing is, but it could be. It's a very good anime. It's a very good anime, very, very adult anime. And, like, the, like, violence and such that it does. About an organization in Britain that is trying to, like, hunt down the fucking occult stuff, like vampires. I have heard of it. Yes. It's lovely. Never watched it? Oh, you should. It's such a good watch. Such a good watch. Anything you think an anime is, Helsing spits in your face. But yeah, like, so one of the other things about Kenku is that they don't have names. Because they don't really speak language, they don't have names. If they ever have names, it is something given to them. Or like a word that they associate with themselves that's like, this holds deep meaning to us. And so he chose the name Guardian. Because it's like, it is who he is. He's meant to protect his people. Even if he didn't do it too well. But like, that was the whole thing. It's like, he was part of his pack. They sort of camped out at the base of a mountain. And he woke up one day, or like he came back from hunting one day, and they were gone. No trace of them. No tents, no anything. And so he just wandered the world for a while trying to find his people. And that like led into a whole bunch of things of like where his people are, and like they're actually in league with the bad guy because they think they're doing the right thing, and you have to be the one to convince them that this isn't right. And it was like all very well done. And it just evolved very beautifully. And he's still the one character that I'm the most proud of. Wish I could come up with character backstories this easily. I'm planning to create my own video game eventually. There's nothing easy about it, I'll tell you that, first and foremost. There is no way you can make up a backstory easily. For the first part of the campaign, I have an arc before before the backstories and stuff come into play to guide them. That's a good way to do it, honestly. That's a very good way to do it. Okay, I feel like the next step is to get some spruce bark for NPCs made at the moment, but of course I need a shit ton more. Okay, hydrate. We gotta hydrate going. Character backstories are icky and difficult. They're not very difficult. Like I said, you start with something very simple, and you can make it more and more complicated over time. And so you can just start with like a simple thing of like, I don't know, I ran away from home because like there was a big war that was happening. And you could come back to your home later and find out like the war passed through and decimated almost everything, but your parents are still alive, and that leads you to like go find your parents or something like that. Hydrated. Best backstory I've ever written was for my Tabaxi. DM gave a ton of background on his world, so I was able to make it really fit in. And that's a good way to do it too, is sort of learn about the world you're in and figure out how you would fit into it. All I can say is this is who they are and how they act right now. That's not a bad way to do it, honestly. It's more of just like, why are they who they are? It's not for everyone, certainly, but it is a good springboard of like, why are they the way they are? Like, say this person is, I don't know, very callous and cold. Well, why are they so callous and cold? Well, because everyone that they've trusted before has betrayed them in some way or another. And then you can get into like how others have betrayed you and the sort of consequences that came of that. And that can sort of lead into an arc of learning to trust others and sort of breaking out of that cold exterior. And really a backstory becomes a vehicle for character development in that way. Oh, we got planks there. It's fine. We'll just pop them in here. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Ugh. Oh, apologies. Pop that there. Pop that in there. Keep reading chat. Her sister works for the big bad. Oh, God. Thank you, Klefki. That's a good use of highlight. I plan on having the players join up to be the hero party, but the church summons a hero from another world, and those three alongside the hero will have to be the party, but I'm willing to let them kill the hero off because they're kind of incompetent in the beginning. Yeah, that does sound like a good way to like, get out of our way, you fool. Also plan on making the world I make fit in with their backstories, so I need a bit more time for the world making, given how I have to keep their backstories in mind. Yeah, and that's honestly the most, I'd say the most standard way of doing things is instead of integrating people into the world, integrate the world into the people. And it's a good way of doing it, honestly. It's a very good way of doing it. It's not foolproof, of course, but what is? We'll probably need more spruce at this point, too. With some ideas in my head, of course, but the reward for keeping the hero alive is more story and a potential longer campaign. And that's true. And you do have to plan for every eventuality, too. How the fuck do I make this into bark again? Can't remember how. I don't know if there is a way. Because I thought it was just... Oh, no, I know what it is. It's just 4 of them to make 3, not 3 to make 3. Yep, that's what it is. Okay. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I also have a second world made where the hero came from. Ooh, that has to be a little taxing. Oh, God, I got another one coming. No. Apologies. Something about all this pollen around, it just fucks with me, I guess. With backstories, I'm trying to do the whole "their life is the opposite of what it seems" trope. Okay, that works. Bless you too. Thank you, Klepke. Basically, I have 2 worlds to keep track of. In my opinion, B, keep the second world that the hero comes from kind of vague. Like, keep the details to a minimum, because that gives you more wiggle room and just makes it easier to work with, honestly. Because you always want to minimize... You want to minimize the amount of work that you have to do with this sort of thing. And you want to keep things as open as you can. Because when you do that, it makes it much easier to just free flow into other things. Like when you have a whole bunch of... Here, let me skip that song. Because when you have a bunch of, like, set-in-stone things, it becomes very difficult to keep track of everything. And if you step a toe out of line, it's very easy to see. The hero was kind of shut in his world, second in line with inferiority complex. Ooh. Have one character who's more kind to others, and I'm thinking the reason is because others weren't so kind to him. Basically stuff like that. Yeah. And that's a good way to really do it, honestly. It's a really good way to do it. And that's how I made a lot of my backstories, is just like, well, what kind of person are they? And then going from that is, why are they that kind of person? Like, what made them be this way? Like, for the Changeling Sorcerer, he hides with his different personas out of, like, basically self-hatred. Because he was always told by any other race, changelings are not to be trusted. That changelings are thieves and murderers and scoundrels and liars. And that sort of gave him like a deep-seated thing of like, those all are me if I am a changeling, so I can't be a changeling because I don't want to be a scoundrel and a liar and a murderer. He only knows his own house. That is fantastic. Oh, fuck. They keep burning me. So he has confidence issues, and his father sends him to the sacrifice place, what turns out to be the summoning circle of the church. Oh, lovely. And boom, he's at the world where the players are from. I don't know why, that kind of gives me vibes of Rising of the Shield Hero, another anime. But, you know, any story of I've been sent to another world is going to bring to mind some sort of isekai anime. But no, that is a good way to do it, honestly. That is a very good way to do it. I feel like you are onto something very good with that. Fuck. Look at that hole. Asshole. It's because I didn't have my sword out. Pull out my pickaxe like an idiot. Arnar. Oh, fuck. I enjoyed Rising of the Shield Hero. Me too. I still haven't finished it, though. Like isekais, but they have to be done right. Yeah, like so many things. Hydrate again. So much hydration. We are keeping so much hydration. Shield Hero's fine, but gotta catch up with the manga. Yeah. Hydrated. Best isekai, in my opinion, is The Beginning After the End. I haven't heard of that one. To the surprise of no one. Bop. I keep forgetting I have a bow. I'm playing this like vintage story where it's like, well, I don't have any ranged option. Even then, I'm getting ranged option in vintage story. Oh, that's another thing that I have to do between streams is wait for those to dry. you die. Always with the phantoms. Always with the phantoms. Watched a bit recently called Reincarnated as a Sword. I think I've heard of that, but I haven't really seen anything about it. Just a manga or a webtoon. Listen, you want a good webtoon? It has nothing to do with isekai, but you want a good webtoon. Purple Hyacinth is one that I've been following for a long time. They're like on a mid-season break. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god. It is basically a cop thriller with like a tyrannical government and like this quote-unquote terrorist organization that's trying to change things, and a detective who can sense when people are lying teams up with the quote-unquote terrorist organization's most notorious contract killer. And it's a crazy cool thing. Love to watch more anime, but I can't read subs, so I'm kind of limited. I mean, if you could always watch dubs like My Hero Academia. That's one that I've been catching up on too. Because I put it down for a while and basically an entire season passed me by. But, you know, I still get to watch an entire season. So, hey. I need a medieval fantasy anime. Like Arthurian setting or something like that. I'm picky. Fair enough. Eli, medieval? I don't believe it. Most other isekai I see is basically the same person, but in a medieval fantasy world, so the person becoming a sword is a fun twist on it. Yeah. Yeah, it does sound like a very good twist on it. It's just I hadn't heard of it. Might be something I've got so many anime on the back burner. They're just waiting to be discovered or what have you. I don't even know what word I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to think of a word. Some dubs are great. Some dubs are great, and some dubs are fantastic. I will never not stan the Ghost Story dub. Ghost Stories dub. Still feel like I'm missing a lot of good stuff, though. I mean, I prefer dubs. Just because it's an easier watching experience for me than it is with subs. Because subs are kind of splitting your attention between what's on the screen and actually reading what they're saying and talking about. It's just a matter of split attention for me. I like subs just fine, and if there's only subs, I'll do subs. But I prefer dubs because the purists can go suck a big one. Oh no, don't start lightning striking my fucking copper here. Where did that strike? That struck like over here somewhere. I saw that shit come down. The Ancient Magus Brides is also amazing. I have seen a little bit of that. I think Tori was getting into that one for a little bit, but I think she was reading the manga for it. And we tried starting to watch the actual anime, but I don't know how that went. I prefer subs personally, as is right. Peasant shit, but I feel more immersed. Yeah. Like I said, I'll watch subs if it's like, yeah, it's just got subs. You're like, okay, I'll watch subs. And I won't really complain about it or anything. It's not like, ugh, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to read an anime? Nothing like that. It's just I prefer to not have my attention taken away from what's going on the screen. And I feel like the subs always take that attention away. Just a little bit for me, but maybe that's also me just being ADD. So, you know. Joined an ACE group on Discord and we started having anime nights. Ooh, nice. Asked for dubs for accessibility reasons. The guy in charge were super cool about it. But a few started giving me crap because they felt they shouldn't be so limited because one person. Eventually stopped watching with them. Listen, fuck those purists, okay? Everyone likes a dub. Everyone likes a dub. When I first started watching My Hero Academia, I watched a dub as it came out. But at one point, I was so into it I couldn't wait for the dub episodes to come out, so I'd watch the subs. I did so too. Now I'm waiting for the dubs again, just because it's not too long a wait right now. But I did that same thing, where it's like, I can't wait for the story to unfold. But now also, I've read the manga, and so I'm not too like, oh my god, I need to know what happens. How you going? Well, have a good night, B. Oh, good day, I guess. Get some breakfast and get to the baptism of my soon-to-be godchild. My flight to the UAE. Mate, I don't know what time it is over there. Do I look like a European? No, I look like an Animu. But have a good one, man. Plus 12. That would be just 7:30 in the morning. I'm not in Europe. Yeah, you're in Germany, right? Oh, in the Philippines. Lovely. Gotta get that vacay. It's been so long since I took vacation. What's your ancestry? I'm half Animu. Yes. In Cebu. I don't know where Cebu is, but it sounds lovely. Well, I mean, I guess it's probably in the Philippines, but I know nothing about what a Cebu is. Hey, you have fun, mate. I hope it is a lovely day for you. And of course, thank you for coming by. How much have we gotten so far? We got a good bit. Pop this boy here. There's so much lightning going on around here. I'm not a fan. Yes, my ancestry is half Animu, half science. All awesome. The doctors say they've never seen anything like it. A man that's 200%. I told him it's 215, actually. And they asked me what the other 15% is, but if I tell you, I have to kill you. So anyway, I need a new doctor. So that's gonna be a thing I have to do. Sure sucks. Real talk though, I don't think I've had like a primary physician forever. Ooh, I've reached a power level of 3,400. My power is growing. My power grows, Gordon! Sounds like one of those graphic tees. 50% Animu, 50% science, 100% awesome. That's absolutely some Hot Topic shit. And they probably stole it from another creator. Oh, but don't get me started on that. I'm not a fan of Hot Topic. Specifically because I'm a fan of Homestuck, I'm not a fan of Hot Topic. You have MCMMO? I haven't seen that used since 1.7.10. Yeah. Junicraft does have 1.7.10. No. We have MCMMO on. And it had been a while since I had seen it too, so yeah. I think it got like voted on or something, and it was like, yes, let's do this, because that is fun. It speaks to that little like old school RuneScape part of my brain that just wants to watch numbers go up. Like, yes, I'm going to cut down these trees and then I will work on my fire making. I tried the new RuneScape and it just didn't scratch the same itch. It's definitely more polished and everything, but just remember learning about how they art for for that one Adventure Time shirt, and I felt so bad because it was one that I owned. They stole our... Yeah. They did that to a lot of people, but it was very prevalent in the Homestuck community. Like, that much I know of. But yeah, Hot Topic has stolen a lot of art for their works and such. And the only thing that'll really happen to them is when someone points it out and they actually prove that it's their art. The only thing that happens is that Hot Topic stops selling it. Like, stops selling that one particular thing. Nothing else really comes of it. Which is just sad. Just sad that we can support such, like, blatant theft, honestly. Remember being on a server that had it? It was so fun to level up stuff. It still is. It's still fun to level up stuff. Back then I was such a Minecraft noob, me too. I was scared to go out exploring and do anything, always afraid to lose my stuff. Souls games have taught me to let it go and rebuild. Damn straight. Damn straight. We do have a Souls Day too, by the way. That's on... Oh, God. Sorry. But yeah, Souls Day is on Thursdays. Don't like Hot Topic anymore? Still a weird, creepy nerd, but I take that weird, creepy nerdness elsewhere. Yeah. The last time I was in a mall, it was me and Tori, and she showed me to Spencer's and being like, well, you know, if you don't like Hot Topic, then here, let's go in Spencer's, because they got some of the nerdy shit too. I was not ready for the other things they have in Spencer's. I learned of that, and it's like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. I am one of those people that does not actively talk about that kind of thing. And it was like, oh. It's like, oh. I suddenly don't want to be in here. Spencer's just adult Hot Topic. It is. It really is. Saw you plan to play Elden Ring. Have you seen the seamless co-op mod? I have not. And we have been playing Elden Ring. I think we... God, what boss were we on? We're on Renala. Had a Luigi backpack in middle school from Spencer's? Oh, damn. I didn't really go to any of those sorts of places when I was in school. We didn't have a mall nearby, and I was broke as hell. Plus, me and my friends just weren't that type. Like, we would go to the near abandoned Kmarts. Like, if that dates me. That I was in high school when Kmart was a thing. Like, anywhere but Australia, I guess. Nah, let's do one more. Kmart, yes, the Kmart. I remember after I graduated, like the day I graduated, or no, it wasn't the day I graduated, it was the last day of school, I think it was. It was the last day of school, or like the day before graduation, that me and my buddies, we were just like driving around and shooting the shit and just hanging out. And we went to like the local Kmart just because none of us had really been in there and had been sitting there for forever, and they were actually going out of business soon. And just the surrealism of walking into that store and seeing that like 80% of the shelves were bare. Like empty. Like they were selling the shelves. Which I didn't think it was a thing you could do. It was surreal. Seamless co-op essentially allows you to play the entire game with a buddy or several buddies. Ooh, that does sound fun. Without the old restrictions of only being able to summon in certain areas. Not a phantom, straight up companion in that world. I have a video on my channel, I'll link it later. You'd add in my second session. Ooh, that does sound fun. I would have to find someone else who plays Elden Ring that I know and would want to stream, like, would want to be on stream with me for it. On Souls Days. Is the only thing. Because I know that my particular schedule is a bit persnickety. And I'm fully aware of this, by the way. Actually, I can start just combining this together in my inventory and just keep growing. Let's do that. be down? Hell yeah, then. I should see about doing that then. The Kmart in my town closed a while ago and I was pretty sad. I wasn't very sad for my towns, but just like, it was kind of its time to go. We had to put Old Yeller out to pasture. But yeah, if you'd be down to do it, like, I'll take a look at what it takes to install. Because Elden Ring modding is also a pain in my ass. I've tried to mod a couple of things in it before, and it just hates me. It hates me. I've been trying to play a different way than I usually do. Because I usually do just the sword and shield. But I've been trying to do just great swords. I like great swords and just like big weapons. Like, you know, two-handed axes and things like that. Seamless co-op install is super simple. Drop 2 files and one's a launcher. Use that launcher and that's all you do. You say that. Leave it to me to fuck it up. Honestly. Like, I fucked up installing EMB preset on Elden Ring, so, you know. Sword and shield, great swords, archers, those are my usual builds. I haven't done an archer build. I feel like a bow in Elden Ring would kind of be a bad time, given just how bad I am at dodging. I'm not good at dodging. I want to be able to tank hits. I want to be able to just say fuck you to its face. Plenty of fuck up stories from game stuff myself. Yeah. Like, anyone who's modded any game has plenty of fuck up stories, I'd think. I'd hope. Because I sure as shit don't want to be the only one. Oh, fuck. I think I've been, like, sitting on a ball. It's uncomfortable. Probably we'll chop this one down and then call it. Honestly, we probably got plenty enough. We probably got too much, honestly. But I still want to get it. Let's try to make a private server for me and my friends on this game called Unturned. Oh god, I haven't played that game in ages. I ended up breaking my fucking internet. Part of me wants to ask how, but part of me is like, yeah, that tracks. But yeah, sure. Break your internet, yeah. Part of me is like, how'd you fix it? Have no clue. Fair enough. That's the worst part about modding, is like, I broke this thing and I have no idea why. If only they could add multiplayer to Fallout 4. I mean, they did it for San Andreas. Why can't they do it for Fallout 4? That's my question. We modded multiplayer into GTA San Andreas, and then they found out, oh shit, we should put multiplayer into all our GTA games. So why can't we put it into Fallout? I need some program in a video I saw about how to make private servers. Or I used a program. I followed it, and then boom, internet dead. That man was trying to break your internet. I feel like. That man just, he just bamboozled ya. Take a sip of soda here. Still cold. Good. Who knows? Maybe that was their goal with the video. That's what I'm saying. They were trying to break you interwebs. Give me that. It's nice to have some soda every once in a while. Yes, I am still a soda addict, but you know. I'm also still following the rules of hydration. Because I can't drink soda on hydrate. I have to drink water. Nice goggles, thank you, Ace. Also, welcome to stream. I should have brought more slabs, too. At least you're on a heroin addict or something. I mean, yeah. But I'm still trying to be better about the caffeine. Because caffeine can fuck you up. Like, I haven't been good about my hydration in the past. And so I'm trying. Hey, Vinny, welcome to stream. It's very much Pogs. There we go. Gotta place it that way. Nope. Did you press buttons with your mic settings? No, I don't think I did. Also, hey Fox, welcome to stream. Is something strange about my mic? Mike is weird? Why is Mike weird? Oh, you know what? I know why it is. I know why it is. There we go. Should all be fine now. So what that is, that's the reason I use voice mod. The reason I use voice mod is because... There we go. Is because my microphone, for some reason, only wants to output to the left ear. So I use the clean preset on voice mod. Not sponsored, by the way. I wish I was. But, it only outputs to the left ear. So I use voice mod to balance the output to both ears. Wow, that went right down the hole. Yes, voice mod saves lives. I've thought about trying for a voice mod partnership, but I've looked at what they expect out of their partners. I'm like, I couldn't do that. Maybe when I get bigger, I'll try for a voice mod partnership. Because I really do love the program. I'll just let you two hash it out. You can do it. Thank you, Klefke. Yeah, I think the main thing of like partnerships and stuff is that they're like, yeah, we expect like X amount of people to either like use our product or buy our product or what have you. And I think for them it's like we want X amount of people to get a pro license. Gotta hoe it up for voice mod, yes. I know exactly why it blocked that one, so I'm not gonna fault auto mod on that. Yeah, I love voice mod, man. I use this shit all the time. Like I never really want to use my mic for anything that it's not going through it. We can still blame auto mod, yeah. We could, but I'm not gonna. Voice mod cut out most of the background buzz on my mic. Yeah, it's very good for like isolation of sound too. Get a new mic if I could afford one though. Yeah. The only reason I got this one is because at the time I had some now what's the technical term for it? I had some disposable income. And my microphone, like I was looking for an XLR mic. Which the one I got, Audio-Technica AT 2020. And I got this one because it also came with a mixer. Auto mod, but more like Fardo mod. Got him. Got the XLR 2020? Dang, yeah. Well, because I already had the ATH M50 XBTs, the headphones that I got. I'm still using them. And so it's like, Audio-Technica can be trusted. Yeah, the XLR 2020 is a good mic. It's a solid mic. Also, hydrate. I see that, Magenta. Eli, your wife is about the Tamagotchi life. It's fair. I've been using the USB version of the 2020 for a bit now. Oh, nice. I didn't even know there was a USB version. I probably would have got that. Well, then again, like I said, I was looking for an XLR mic just because I heard of like all the different things of, oh, I didn't know there was an XLR version. I didn't know there was a USB version. But yeah, I was looking for an XLR mic just because I heard so many things of, oh, your mic quality gets so much better once you've got an XLR mic. She says, as a med student, it's all about hydrating. That's fair. It's very fair. All about the hydration. Y'all should trade with each other. No, I'm pretty happy with my XLR mic, honestly. Hydration is important and sexy. Now, my winking isn't working. Maybe if I take my glasses up here. There we go. The tracking doesn't like glasses. There is nothing worse than a dehydrated gamer. Don't I know it? Don't I fucking know it? My fiance will not let me sleep in the same bed as her if I do not have at least one bottle of water. Thought about getting XLR one after the move. Just depends on how near death this mic is when it's time. Fair. Like I said, I got mine. It was the mic, a cord, and a mixer for $200. That was forever ago too. Real gamers know the importance of hydration. It is very important. Ooh, I'm about this music though. Speaking of sounds going on the stream, hey. It's a quick reminder that anyone out there who wants to do donations and stuff, you don't always just have to put it in a message or anything like that. We've also got the sound alerts. You can make funny little sounds happen on the stream if you like. Video games cause violence. No, they cause dehydration. It's our duty to break the cycle. You're goddamn right. It is our solemn duty and our privilege to break the cycle of dehydration. Why is that torch there? I'm gonna be sad when my headset dies. I've been using it for like 3 years at this point. I'm not talking about a headset dying. I'm talking about a microphone dying. I don't want my headset to die. I love my M50s. I've given these like replacement ear cups, or like replacement ear cushions. I need to get them a new cable. My cable is broken as shit. I also kind of need to get them a thing for the headrest. Not the headrest, the fucking headband. You get him a headband replacement. Oh, my God, that freaked me out. That's 0 bits. Ow. Panic for free. I'm sorry. Don't be. It's all good. I didn't realize there was one on there for free. Please don't abuse that, everyone. I will be just to spite. God. All right, we've got a little bit of a railing here. Let's bring this up one more, too. Let's do that. Yeah. Sort of bring it halfway across the half steps. I think that's a good way to do things. Here be my remaining pence. Thank you, Klefki. It is always much appreciated. And if any of you out there are sitting like, oh well, I can't donate anything, that's fine. It's all fine. Got an ad right as I biddied. Oh, you know, you can fix that with a Prime subscription. It's totally free so long as you're, you know, getting Amazon packages in 2 days. But no, really, like, I don't want anyone to worry about I can't donate or I can't subscribe or I can't do this or that to support the streamer. I put that stuff out there to make people aware that it is an option. It's an option that can help you help me. I'll probably wait until the ad is done, because I don't know if anyone can hear me right now. Give it a second for the ad to finish. There we go. The ad is done. As I was saying, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm not getting an ad. Oh, well, that's lovely. It might be because you got the pre-roll ad. I don't know. Welcome back, Klefki. Yeah, as I was saying, like, I don't want anyone to feel bad because I can't do this, I can't do that. I can't, like, donate bits or subscribe to help the streamer or anything like that. Because it's all... That's all just gravy stuff. It's good. No ad for me either. I don't know why then. Like, it's good and it's very helpful, and I appreciate every bit of help that you guys give. But honestly, the most help you guys can do for me is to come to watch the streams, tell your friends, and like that kind of support is honestly the best. The only reason that I really talk about the other stuff is just to make people aware that it is indeed a thing they can do if they want to do more. And if they can do more, of course. Like, if you can't do more, then you're doing exactly what you can. I've been promoting you around a bit. Well, thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Because I am trying to be very serious about it. And part of that is I'm trying to learn how to network and all these sorts of things. Part of it's also I'm trying to like get to the point where I can sustain myself with streaming. That is the end goal. Or not really end goal, but that is the main goal I have right now, is to be able to sustain myself with streaming, and I would love to be able to do that one day. I know it's probably going to be nowhere soon, but still. Wish I had the time to stream more. I'd love to stream some game dev and 3D modeling. I feel that. Like, I'm unemployed right now, basically. I'm trying to make this into a viable option, is what I'm saying. That's why I'm doing the streaming 5 days a week. That's why I'm putting everything I've got into it. Be cool to see. Me too, fam. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to put everything I've got into the stream stuff because A, I do want to make this a viable thing and be able to support myself. And B, is that I really do believe in what I'm trying to do here and the thing I'm trying to make. And that is just a comfortable, relaxed place for people to go and hang out. And like, I don't have to be like the other streamers that are like overreactions and everything is big and shouty and all that sort of thing. And if that's your deal, then good for you. You found your little niche in the world. But I want to be calm. I want to be relaxed. I want to be just chill. And I want a place where people can go to just rest. Because we all need some rest. After everything there has been, we all need some rest. Streaming is the closest thing I have to a job. I've only streamed 3 times a week, though. And that's a very normal thing, honestly. It's a very normal amount. No. I missed it. I think I'm moving my streams to an earlier time, hoping I can fit more in that way without having to give up the D&D and other stuff. That's fair. I've thought before of moving my streams to an earlier time. I'm still not entirely sure what I'd do about it. Like, I know if I were to move them, I'd probably move them earlier in the day, which is something that I'm still going to run by in the Discord, which, by the way, if you're not a part of the Discord already, it is down in the cards. You can join it, and that's where you'll find the who, where, what, when, and why about all the stuff for the stream, including just, like, shooting the shit in the off time. That's all there. So feel free to join in with that. But yeah, I plan on posting there and just sort of asking, sort of poking around of like, hey, what does everyone think about me doing earlier streams? Because I know a lot of people aren't available earlier in the day. Like, people got jobs, people got school, people got all these things. And the only day that I'm really doing that is free and clear for people is Saturday. Because otherwise it's Monday through Thursday. And like, as much as I stream for me, I also stream for other people. And I gotta, like, if I'm not streaming when people are watching, then what am I doing? That and several friends stream around the same time I do, and I want to actually watch them. Fair enough, fair enough. Like, I think my thought was, if I were to start streaming at an earlier time, it would probably be sometime around, like, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, which would be, like, 11 p.m. Pacific, and, what's GMT, like, plus 5 hours, I think it is. So that'd make it, like, 7 o'clock GMT, instead of what it currently is, which is, like, not 7 o'clock GMT, it's, like, 11:30 at night. So it would make it much easier for European fans to join, which I don't know if I even have any European fans. I think most of my fans are in the US. Well, I mean, I think B is European because I think he's from the Netherlands. I think he might be it. I can't see with this. It's all just too dark. Is that even going to be worth it if I do that? I think it will be. I'd watch it too. Take a solid excuse not to nap in the afternoon. Yeah, so what it would be if I did start at 2. You do what Epic Name Bro did for a while. Some streams were at an earlier time, some were later. Yeah. And that very much is an idea of, like, doing different days at different times. And I could very well just... I think the original schedule had me doing Saturday streams at an earlier time. But I just got lazy and did everything at 6:30. But I think the 3 o'clock thing would be especially for Monday through Thursday, it would be start at like 2 o'clock, then we run till 5, and then we break for half an hour. Like that's the intermission time, so I can, say hello to Tori as she gets home from work. Alright, so I've got to do everything in an Irish accent now. For 10 minutes, so that puts me at 8:20. What was I saying? So the whole thing would be, I'd start at around 2 p.m. and I'd go till 5 until she got out of work. And have half an hour for intermission, be able to hang out with her, ask her how her day is, all that sort of jazz. And then go from about 5:30 until about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So it results in a longer stream overall because it works better with my schedule. And I don't really have to break for dinner, since I'll just have dinner after I stream and I'll have lunch before I stream. No real break-in for snacks or anything like that, because I don't really have snacks in the house right now. It works a little better with my schedule, but I just don't understand, like, if anyone will really be around to really stream too, is my problem. I don't know who I'll be watching at that point. Because I know a lot of people want the later streams, and I get that. And to a degree, I'm the same way. But if there's a lot of people that are expecting like the 6:30 streams, and they come in at 6:30, they're getting like an hour, hour and a half of it. And they don't get the whole experience. What's more, it kind of alienates the Pacific crowd a little bit. Because it's sort of starting around lunchtime for them. And by the time stream ends, people are basically like, they've been out of school for about an hour. And most of them probably haven't even been out of work. So I don't really know how that would work out. And all this is sort of what I'm going through in my head, as I'm trying to figure out the schedule and bullshit. But like I said, I just don't know how really is the best to go about it. And so I want to try and pull the Discord, which, again, the Discord's down in the cards if you want to join up there. That's where all the stream stuff is. It's not really on the Twitter anymore. You're free to follow the Twitter at KXDJFoo. But I'm not really going to be posting stream updates or anything on there. I probably won't be posting much on there at all, but, you know. Every so often I might jump onto the Twitter and tweet some stupid, insane bullshit out. Who knows? Nice. 369. And to let you know, the accent is in very much the same vein as the word ban and the no swearing. In that, I can't just go radio silence. I've actually got to make the attempt to speak in the accent for that entire period. Or not, I guess not really that entire period, but at least as much as I'd normally be speaking. It's also just now that I'm realizing I haven't had much feedback on my different accents. And it's probably horrendous. Like, if you were to show this to a real Irishman, he'd probably spit in my face. But hopefully it's not so bad to most of you. My best Michael McBride impression. For, you know, all the one of ya that gets that joke. Gets that little reference. For the 3 people out there that watched Burn Notice. actually got Tori into that show. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. Here for it? Oh, thank you. Gotta lurk, my friend. I'll catch up with you when I get home. I'll take my wife to ballet practice. My wife has ballet practice. Alright, good for you. Feel free to lurk away. At the very least, you're still here and you're still supporting the stream, and so I thank you. Make sure to drive safe out there. Or at least I assume driving. You could very well be taking a bus for all I know. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Doing this channel pointing. Because I haven't really... Like, Tori is pretty much the only one I've done these accents for. For the most part. I've done a little bit in front of friends, but not too much. And so I guess this will sort of help me gauge how well I'm doing on certain accents as well. Got this one viewer that always comments on my VODs. Saw that one Junicraft stream where we were hanging out and she actually complimented your accents. Oh, that makes me smile. Well, if you know who that viewer is, thank him for me. It's very kind of him. I also kind of want to say, just tell them to come over to the streams and get up some channel points and they can hear him as much as they like. But not that. But yes, thank him for me if you find him. That's very kind. Because doing accents and things like that are very much in the vein of something like singing, where you're never quite sure how well you're doing until someone else outside tells you how you're doing. Everyone thinks they're the next fucking Rihanna or something. Until actually get up on stage and they start getting booed off. And they're like, oh fuck. And I guess, you know, in a small way, this is me getting up on the stage. Doesn't use Twitch, sadly. I'd love to have her in the chat sometimes. Oh, that's a shame. But I get it, though. I'm not really one to usually watch streams either. Very seldom do I watch a stream. Which is strange, because you usually want to make the kind of content that you like seeing. But what I like seeing is very heavily edited videos. Like, even so far as... If you ever seen Maxor's videos, holy fuck, the man puts so much editing into his videos. And it's actually kind of impressive to watch. But at the same time, I could not do that for the life of me. It is too much to be doing. Like, the man must sit down for 30 hours a week and edit these videos because they're just... On the one hand, they're a fucking assault to the eyes. But on the other hand, God, it's glorious. It's like a visual shitpost. Which I guess is just a normal shitpost now that I'm thinking about it. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. I don't know what that was for. I also just realized that those weren't visible here. I'm sorry for that. Please don't strike me, Twitch. I promise I'm a good streamer. Or at least I'm an okay streamer. I'm trying. Please no. Gone half the fucking time. Actually half the fucking time. It's 20 past. You know what? We're gonna go ahead. Actually, we're gonna wait out the last minute. Because I do still have one more minute of Irish left in me. And I can't very well go to intermission without. Oh god. Sorry, this is gassy. Ugh. It's probably not gonna get any better by the time I come back either. Because I'm gonna go eat more pasta. I very much still have plenty of pasta to eat. I made some earlier. just so we didn't really have to. Tori didn't have to come home and make anything for dinner. That's just good to have that food. Plus, I love the fucking pasta. And it is 8:20. Okay. So. Alright. We are going to go ahead and take a break. I'm going to build myself a little privacy box here in Minecraft for us to go take a break. We are going to take intermission for a half an hour. There we go. We're going to take intermission for half an hour. We're going to come back at 8:50, and we're going to keep on keeping on with this fucking bridge. I don't know what we're going to do specifically, but we're going to do it. So, until then, I will see you.
take the moon, gather up the stars and the robins that sing merrily. Put 'em in a box, tie with a ribbon, throw 'em in the deep blue sea. You can take the moon, gather up the stars and the robins that sing merrily. Put 'em in a box, tie with a ribbon, throw 'em in the deep blue sea. You can take the moon, gather up the stars and the robins that sing merrily. Put 'em in a box, tie with a ribbon, throw 'em in the deep blue sea. You can take the moon, gather up the stars and the robins that sing merrily. Put 'em in a box, tie with a ribbon, throw 'em in the deep blue sea. You can take the moon, gather up the stars and the robins that sing merrily. Put 'em in a box, tie with a ribbon, throw 'em in the deep blue sea. You can take the moon, gather up the stars and the robins that sing merrily. Put 'em in a box, tie with a ribbon, throw 'em in the deep blue sea. What's up? You can take the moon, gather up the stars and the robins that sing merrily. Put 'em in a box, tie with a ribbon, throw 'em in the deep blue sea. You can take the moon, gather up the stars and the robins that sing merrily. Put 'em in a box, tie with a ribbon, throw 'em in the deep blue sea. You can take the moon, gather up the stars and the robins that sing merrily. Put 'em in a box, tie with a ribbon, throw 'em in the deep blue sea. You can take the moon, gather up the stars and the robins that sing merrily. Put 'em in a box, tie with a ribbon, throw 'em in the deep.
Alrighty, welcome back everyone. I hope you've had a lovely little break. I know I have. Had me some good pasta. And we are ready to get back to it. Let's start by just taking down this last tree, and then we'll probably see what can be done next about that bridge. I feel like we made less progress than we'd really like to, but it's also been just a nice time to just chill out. Just relax with everybody. This has been a very lovely stream. It's one of those streams where you don't really care about getting things done. It's about just hanging out. Which frankly is the vibe I want to go for. We can have 100 streams of just doing nothing. As long as we're having a good time. Fine. There we go. I had to get that extra one. Make our way down to the bottom. Probably good for right now. Oh god. I got the hiccups now. Can I actually reach up there? I can't reach up there. Okay. That's a problem. So one of the things that I'm going to have to do is measure. So let's go ahead and measure this. Okay, first off, we got this boy. You have anything good? No. No, you don't. We're going to measure from this diagonal to the other side. Like where it's at the top. Because these are going to be uniform on either side. Well, pretty much uniform, I suppose. So we're not going to count one by one. We're going to take the middle one. There's negative x and negative z. So we're going to be going down this way and up this way. We got 633, 1284. And here we have 442, 1474. So 633 to 442. Be 91, be 191. It's about 190 blocks. Which means I could probably get... Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to mark off every 10 blocks. Starting from here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're just going to keep going like this for a while. And this is so we can have somewhat even base to put our supports. 79, 10. Because we're going to need that base. My eyes are starting to cross a little. It's fine. Was that 110? 3, 6, 9. Yes, it was. 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. And we've got a couple more to go. So we should end up with 19 of these 10 block ones. 3, 6, wait. 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. And yep, we are one block short, looks like. Roundabouts. Well, one block too much. But it's fine, because it's going to be coming over here to this. And so this gives us our basis for a support. Now, what I was thinking originally... was something like the Limsa Laminsa stuff from Final Fantasy XIV. What I'm thinking now is maybe something like that. Let's start with that. Let's start with that, and then we'll see where we can go from there. Pop those in there. Pop these here. Nope. And there. Those there. Those can go away. Okay. So let's start. Let's grab some stone just to have some scaffolding material. Because we're going to start just with designing one. And we're probably going to go with the nearest one. Just to see how it looks. Let's mark it off on top as well. Just so we know, we can have like a visual marker from the bottom that we can use. Because if we do it on one side, then we can easily do it on the other. So 3, 6, 9, 10. I feel like even we could move them over one, but I feel like we should just stick with what we got here. No. Why did I build this to, like, skip that level? Why did I do that? Especially since this is on that level. Okay, so we want them in between those supports there. Let's see if we are in between those supports. We're sort of in between them. Okay, now we're kind of in the middle of it. So there should be 9 in between each of those blocks. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, so we can start right here dead in the center. Bring that down. I think we'll bring it down even a little lower than that. Frankly, let's just make a staircase up there for the moment being. That didn't really work too well. Didn't really work too well for us. There's nowhere really to... You know what? You know what? That was a bad mistake that I just made. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, guys. Just... I don't. What am I doing? I'm tearing up my flooring is what I'm doing. There. That's something. Okay, so now it's sort of stand underneath here, and we can't quite reach that. Okay, that's fine. Slight issue. We have to solve this. Okay. So we want it to hang above the water. We also want it to be above this path here, above the dock. And I feel like, honestly, the daytime would lend better to all this dark block placement. So we're going to go ahead and sleep. And ow. And we're going to hit our heads, apparently. And we're going to see where that gets us. Okay. Is that one? If anything, I think it might be a little long. But let's start with just making the sort of arches on either side of it. So how far to the side do we want to go? Maybe like 3 over? We'll do 2. And get our block stuck. That's fine. And get our block stuck again. Also fine. Nope. We're just messing all sorts of up. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I feel like we need to take out this middle bit and replace it with something. I don't know what. Let's see about maybe dark oak planks. I know it's all very dark on dark, but let's see what it does. Dark oak planks. I don't know if it's gonna be exactly what we're looking for. I feel like that little design right there is going to be what's good. Nope, nope, wrong. Nope. Okay. Okay, let's see how this does. I don't know. My dad messed up timings again, so I have an hour. Oh, well, welcome back, B. We are trying to design our little effects here. You know what I think would probably do well for this? We get some... We gotta get us some, oh fuck, what are they called? Fences. I'm losing my mind here. It's fine. Maybe a lighter color? Yeah. Yeah, but it's all very dark on dark, I know. The color and such will come in at a different time. We're just building in the base of it right now. So I think for this, fences would probably help. What if... I'm brainstorming here. I'm brainstorming. So excited to be back on the server once I'm back home. It is going to be good to have you back around, B. It do kind of feel a little empty here without you. I like where this is going. Let's make... Well, we don't even need to make slabs. We can go get slabs. Without the horn, you mean? No, I mean without you. Because, I mean, I'm the only person on right now, so... Like I said, it's kind of the nature of just being between seasons. I get that. But, you know, it's still a little empty. Around this time, I wouldn't be online, though. Well, even so. 3 a.m. EU time. I don't know. You've been up pretty late. So I don't know. Why'd I come all the way up here? I did not mean to go all the way up here. Yeah, even so, like, you would have been on earlier. I'm sicker on weekends, sure. There. I'm thinking... The brainstorm is happening. On weekdays, nah. Okay. Maybe fair enough. You got shit you need to do. Yeah, I'm more just talking in general. It's been a little empty around here. It's been a little lonesome. I'm thinking this, but I'm also brainstorming another idea which requires some more material. Requires some wool. And for wool, I need a supplier. We're gonna head spawn, because I think there is still a shop that sells wool. I think there's a shop that sells many colorful objects. So hopefully they'll have some wool in there for us to buy. Really can't wait for the new season though. Go to my place. Oh, you got a bunch of wool? A sheep farm with all wool colors. Oh, that's a good point then. I think this is your portal, right? Yeah, this is your portal. Yeah, I'm in the right place. Okay, where is this sheep farm? I always get kind of lost in your place. Well, that's something. Oh, is that Oh no, it's right here. Right in front of me. Duh. Like, figure out how it's archaically used. Okay, just automatically collect, yeah. Okay. So, I'm thinking banners. We put banners up along two sides of the bridge on either edge. Not the entire length of the bridge, but like 2 or 3 on each side. I'm thinking cyan, and probably yellow. Oh, can you activate the red sheep? Sure. How do I activate the red sheep? Is it behind it? Sort of. Yeah, behind the red sheep is the redstone dust. Do I just need to, like, give it power? Just right-click the redstone dust? Okay. First, we need to figure out which one the red sheep is. This one. Did that activate it? No problem. I have no idea how this thing works. Now it's active? Okay. Well, I'm glad to help. I'll probably go ahead and activate cyan as well. Has to be across. Okay, I see what you're saying. Here, I'll go ahead and... You want me to keep it active, or do you want me to just, like, pulse it? Okay, I'll keep it active. And I'll also turn on the cyan one, since I'm taking your cyan. Yeah. It's all good. I'll take some yellow wool as well. Probably not as much yet. Well, I'll take yellow wool. Just because why not? Ow, fuck. Go away. Go away. Fuck off. I will say, it's a very pretty base. Man, it can get dangerous. How I got half of his armor. Woohoo. That was weird. Why didn't my arrow fire? If it's a cross, it will shear automatically. It's a dot. Once the sheep grows the wool, it won't shear. Okay. I mean, like that to prevent lag. Fair enough. I'm just not... I guess I'm not enough of a redstone engineer to really understand how it works. So let's see about at least one sort of banner. 'Cause I'm not thinking like item banner. I'm thinking like build a wool banner. Black or yellow. Below the iron trap door is a chest filled with them. Ooh. That may come in useful for the yellow, but I'm thinking cyan and yellow because of the birch and copper. I figured the cyan would do best for the copper, as opposed to like a green. I do have a couple more fences as well. So I'm thinking... we take the fences. We essentially just build like a place to hang the banner from, using the marker here as a midpoint. do 2 or I think 4 will be what we can realistically do here. Just from the space we got. I'm also going to have to light this place up too. It is going to be very dangerous around here. Okay. Let's grab some stone. Talking about my place being dangerous. Yeah, well, you know. This is new. It's not lit up yet. This is new. The rest of the base, perfectly fine. Everything is slabbed. It's fine. Have to light some of the areas around my place too? Yeah. We just need to make like a whole fuck ton of torches and such. Did it give me like a debuff? What was that smoke? Okay. This is gonna be there-ish. You torches. Hidden lighting all the way. I mean, yeah. But, you know, sometimes you ain't quite got all that. What the fucking... Leave me alone. These damn mobs. That's the biggest problem of this base. Drowned are everywhere. No, I put 3? No, I put 4. Okay. Let's see. Motherfucker. That's it, I'm going on a killing spree. Seems like a you problem. Well, you know what? It is a me problem, and I'm about to make it everybody's problem. Or you can just sleep. No, sleep is for the weak. And for the phantoms. But mostly the weak. So I'm thinking of a quick and dirty design here. Can't be my problem. I'm not even home. It isn't your problem yet. Ye of little faith. Is it going to be ugly? Maybe. Maybe so. Sleep is for the weak. Or sleep for a week. No in between. This is 100% correct. I find no fault in this logic whatsoever. Fuck, I meant to land on top of that. It's fine. Because I have no faults. Come on now. God. What you doing there, bud? Just chilling? I feel like it can be longer. I feel like it can be longer. God, yes? What do you need? Ha ha ha. Cheeky bastard. Let's see if we can sneak around here. Get that one. No, not quite. These fucking sharks in the water. No, not quite. Just too short to reach it. Shark Week? Kind of. It's always Shark Week here. feel like that's a good length for it. Maybe we extend the end of it just a little. And go up here and replace a little bit of it with yellow. I do want to recollect these since I've got less cyan than I do yellow. And it went in the water. I thought it went in the water. See, now they're swarming. Now they're swarming. Now they are shawarma. Okay, let's see how that looks. That's not bad. It's a little narrow, but I feel like with these dotted about a little farther, it'll be nice. It'll be nice. I'm also got another idea. Another plan for this bridge. See if we got some sea lanterns. I have no idea what I've got, honestly. It's been so long. At least it feels like it's been so long. Ocean stuff. We do have sea lanterns. Once I'm back home, I'm gonna upgrade my wool farm and AFK for a couple days. Because you need to be in the area for it to work. Yeah, fair. Toss some of that up there for now. Toss those. What's that? Well, good on me anyway. And toss these in there. Alright. The sea lanterns. The thing I came back for. Yes, I remember. The sea lanterns might help us with a little bit of the darkness here. Because it only looks so dark because of the shaders. I know it looks a little bit better like without shaders. Because it's more variance of texture as opposed to color. It's just hard to see the variance in texture as it is now. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and throw some sea lanterns in here and see how that gets us. Try there. Okay, and there. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. I don't think I hate it. I don't think I hate it. I think that's pretty nice. I think that'll work. What's more, it gives us a better way of, like, marking it off. Well, it would if we actually had a better way over to each spot. We can at least make it to the next spot. So that's 1, 2, 3 from that. And then it'll be 1, 2, 3. It'll be right there for the middle of it. It'll be right there. Internet pooped. Ow. That's a shame. Well, it's good you're back, though. Let's pop a couple slab. And these because we got them. And that. Fine. We don't need that one. Two, and pop this down here, and 3. It's fine, we don't have to do that. Downside of hotel stuff. At least I have internet in my room this time. Did you not have internet in your room before? Kind of third world bullshit. Wait, huh? That's not right. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay. And I was in Bohol? In the resort, the cell service was terrible, and the internet barely reached in the room. Ugh. That really is some first world type bullshit. Go up to get that. I'll just... Hold on. Okay, now I don't see where I messed up. This is there, and then you do the one... I see where I messed up now. Okay. It's fine. We'll fix it. But no, not planks. Spruce wood. Boom. Boom. But in Palawan it was nice? Sometimes I feel like I should know about these places that you're talking about. Sometimes I feel like that. But yeah, no, I just straight up don't. They sound nice wherever they are. Those are some of the islands of the Philippines. Oh. Yeah, that is something I could not tell you. Mainly because the American school system doesn't let us know about the other parts of the world. We go through Chinese indoctrination that says America is the only country in the world. Britain used to be one, and then we kicked their ass, and now they're not. That's the extent of American knowledge. The worst part is how little I'm exaggerating. Honestly. That's the worst part of the whole experience. Fucking let me be. Do they teach you about the history of New York, though? No. Because I don't live in New York. Then again, they barely taught me about the history of the places that I did live. I am from Michigan originally, and I went to high school in Tennessee. And I know shockingly little about either state. It really does. New Amsterdam, motherfucker. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I can sense the pride in you, and I can get an inkling. I assume New York was at one point called New Amsterdam. Okay, so all right, I'm like studying the patterns here to figure out where I'm placing everything. New York used to be New Amsterdam. Because of us and the French, y'all are independent now. I mean, it was a lot of factors. The French were a big part of it. As much shit as we like to give them. And we do like to give them shit. But we're America. We like to give everyone shit. So. But we traded it with the Brits for the fucking nutmeg trade. Fucking nutmeg. I mean, nutmeg's pretty baller, but, you know. You did kind of get the short end of that stick. You did. Sad to say, you did kind of get shafted there. And before, bro, why did you trade all of that for nutmeg when you could just go to the store? They have, like, nutmeg at the store. Because I feel like someone's thinking it. If they're not saying it, they're thinking it. Whether it's ironically or not, I couldn't tell you. Imagine if New York was still New Amsterdam, the entire fucking world would be speaking Dutch. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. Instead of English, it wouldn't be. I hate to dash your hopes there, but it wouldn't. We were a British colony, and thus we speak English. It's not because of New York. Hate to be the one to rain on that parade, but yeah. Ow. Fuck off. These boys are going to be annoying the hell out of me. Well, now Amsterdam was... Oh, New Amsterdam was a Dutch colony. Well, all that means is that... If anything else, after the trade, the British settled more. Well, that just means that after everything... God damn it, leave me alone. He's fucking drowned, I tell you. And as pretty as the water effects are, it means I can't hit my shots for shit. Because I can't see where everything is. Kept that the British wouldn't expand as much in the Americas. Well, that just means that it would have been separate countries here. And we probably would totally understand Europe's thing of, like, I'm going to take a day trip to this other country. Because we would do the same thing at that point. I mean, even as a Michigander, I kind of don't get it. And I lived right next door to Canada. But then again, we also don't really consider Canada a separate country. I can say that now that Minnie's not in chat. Yeah, I feel like that's what would have happened. Is God damn it, fucking leave me alone. These mobs, I swear. I'm gonna start just building this in a day. High risk maneuver, it worked. Oh god, they're everywhere. Also, to be fair, like, everyone... Here's the thing. We rebelled against the British because they were being assholes about the taxes and whatnot. If the Dutch had done the same... Like, I don't know. It would have been a whole thing. I don't know. We're talking like alternate histories here now. For those of you that ever wondered, what if it had stayed New Amsterdam? Who fucking knows? I doubt we would. I certainly hope not. Given how we fucked up again in the British trice. Or how we fucked up Spain. We even ruled the UK for a short while. That's no mean feat either. The UK ruled like half the world at one point. This fun fact for all you kids that didn't pay attention in American history, we didn't just say fuck you to the British because of tea. It was taxation. It was the fact that we were getting taxed out the ass for everything. To pay for the British war in France, or war against France, and we weren't allowed to have any say in the matter, basically. We said, hey, can we have a seat with, like, Parliament, and have a say in, like, how these taxes are spent, or how much taxes are levied against us? And they said, no. And we said, well, fuck you then. And now it's kind of just happening with the American people and the American government. So, you know, history repeats itself. Because we didn't learn. Because after Elizabeth died, Mary, Queen of Scots, was actually married to our king. Or was it after Mary, Elizabeth took over? It was probably Elizabeth then Mary, because I don't think they really like to have two, one right after the other. I don't actually know. I don't know shit about the royal lineage. The scant bit I know is because of recent events. I'm a proper American. I know nothing of the royal family. Nothing. My royal family is Rin Penrose. I started watching her content, and she is a delight. Is Mary then Elizabeth due to the king not having a male heir? Okay. Are you talking about Elizabeth II? The one that just passed away not too long ago? Or has it happened before her? The Dutch lineage couldn't take over due to succession laws. They got some crazy fucking laws about succession over there. They take that shit serious. Like, you gotta document your family tree. No one has an ancestry page like the royal family. No one. Like, mate, I couldn't tell you who my papa's parents were. No, Elizabeth I? Oh, so it happened twice? Because I thought the one in Civ 5. It's been forever since I played Civ 5, dude. I should play that at some point. I remember remember enjoying that game once upon a time. I don't know how I would like it now. It's been quite a time. I feel like tasting games is kind of like tasting food. Like, as you age, your tastes slowly change, and you could very well end up liking things that you didn't like before, and hating things that you used to love. Want to play together? I'd have to find everything about it. I don't even think I got it installed, let alone on whatever platform. It's fun in multiplayer? Yeah. I may not even really own it anymore. I don't know. It was legitimately like... How long ago was it? Must have been close to 10 years ago the last time I played it. I think I played it on my crap top. God. That was a hot minute ago. I haven't actually played anything on that thing since it died on me. So that would have been shortly after high school. Good God. Will say, on like, since I brought up Rin Penrose, I will say this in something that I've noticed. Not to deal with her specifically, but to deal with just this general topic of it is strange. It is strange when you enjoy something and you start to take part in that something. And when you go back to watch it, you're sort of like critiquing the method and like everything that goes into it, because now you understand what it's about and like all the technical know-how and whatnot that goes into it. And sometimes it gives you a greater appreciation of things, and sometimes it leads to like almost a criticism of like this, that, the other thing. It's like I'm watching some VTubers now, like critiquing their tracking and like noticing little things about their models, or like how they're sliced, or whether 2D or 3D, things like that. And I'm just realizing of like, huh. Like, I've put a lot of time and effort into this stuff, and I've gained an understanding. It's just interesting. It's interesting the perspective that you get when joining something that you've been a fan of. Bring down 2 more. No, wrong. Might go into VTubing as well, maybe? I'd say if you want to try it, go for it. I've spent nothing on my VTubing ventures as of yet. And I'd say that I'm doing decently well as a VTuber. Like, I don't have a terrible looking model, even though I made it myself. I don't have terrible tracking, even though I'm just using a webcam. And a lot of like the professionals, they'll use iPhones for their facial tracking because they got the depth sensors, anything like iPhone 10 and up. Including like if you join with an agency, they will provide you with an iPhone for tracking. Like there's a whole bunch of ways to do it well, but you can also do it cheap and not not be too bad. I think this will work out. I think this will go nice. I think maybe 3 or 4 banners on each side like this. Maybe see about bulking up these little supports here. Or I say support, like a pseudo support sort of thing. Maybe we'll see about just bulking it up here right quick. Just a little bit something. A little bit of something. Yeah, I'd say if you're on the fence about it, just go ahead and do it. Worst thing that happens is that you decide you don't like it and you want to go back to just whatever you were doing before. And if things like facial tracking and stuff like that aren't your deal, then you can always do something like Mini does and be a PNG tuber, where it's basically just a reactive picture that just whenever you start talking, it sort of mimics of like open mouth and all that. It's much easier. It doesn't require any tracking. If your computer can't handle tracking and content creation at the same time, it's better in terms of performance. Have no idea about how to. Honestly, it's not too difficult. You can do a lot with free models. A lot of the biggest have started with free models. And you can also just use Vroid Studio like I did and make a custom model for free, which is relatively easy. It's all just sliders and preset selections, pretty much. PNG tubing is the easiest way to start, yeah. I feel like that bulked them up a good bit. I feel like that really helps. I feel like that's a good start to them. I feel like that all the way down, minus the banners, of course. Maybe I'll keep the banners all the way down. I don't know. It might be interesting. I feel like that would do well. I honestly don't think I have enough in me for more right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and go to the intermission. We'll just talk for a little bit. You want a Miko VTuber, PNG tuber? I mean, you could probably get someone to do that. See, there's a very big community around VTubing, and if you've got money, you can get custom models and get them all rigged up to suit your needs. You could have, like, if you wanted to shell out for it, you could have someone make you a Miko VTuber, even just like a live 2D VTuber, which mine's a 3D model. That means I can like turn and all that sort of stuff. But most like traditional VTubers you'd see is 2D. Like that's live 2D. That is someone took a picture, like a drawing, chopped it up into bits, and rigged up each of those bits to move a certain way when it detects certain movement. I don't know the specifics on rigging. I want to learn the specifics on rigging because I'd like to know how to do it myself, as there are a lot of people who will sell just a 2D model without rigging for much cheaper than to do it with rigging. Bought a house, I don't have spares for stuff like that. I mean, yeah. But like I said, you can also just create your own too. VTubes, or not VTube Studio, well, VTube Studio 2 as well, but that to a more limited degree. But Vroid Studio, you can make stuff completely for free. Unless you go looking on Booth and there's something specific you want to buy, it's free. I think it's even free on Steam. Like everything to do with my avatar. The only thing that was not included in Vroid Studio, I'm an idiot. I can't speak, was my jacket. And that was free on booth. That was the only thing. And even then, I had to edit it a little bit because it started brown. I have to look at it once I'm home, I guess. Yeah, go ahead. Like I said, it's completely free. The worst thing you do is waste your time. If you have the particular creativity to make yourself a Miko in Vroid Studio, or if at some point you get the spare dosh to have one made up and rigged up, you could very well do that. If there are any copyrights or something, I don't know how it would do for actually like making a name for yourself as a Miko VTuber. I don't know how that would do a copyright and stuff, but you know, you could always try it. It's free and it does the complicated rigging for you. Yes, Vroid does all the rigging for you. Because rigging 3D characters is quite a bit more complicated than 2D characters. It deals with like bones and joints and all that sort of stuff, and the things that scare me in Blender, it deals with all of them. I'm not about it. I want to learn how to rig a 2D model, and I might have a 2D model at some point if I ever do that. Zune is chill with copyright? Yeah, but you also have the people that will like feign copyright claims. So I don't know. I mean, if you want to do that, you go for it. Don't let me say otherwise. As long as you mention that it's from Toho, which is a specific game and the character. Yeah. I'd say go for it. I'd say it is worth the time to at least try. You may or may not get anything from it. You may decide that you love it. You may decide that you hate it. But, you know, you try. And that's the really important part, is that you're trying. Oh, God. Every so often, my headphones will get a little uncomfortable, and I gotta, like, switch what ear is off and what ear is on, because I kind of have to keep one ear off. It messes with how I'm saying things otherwise. But yeah, I would say definitely go for it. Maybe modify her a bit. You could absolutely do that. So it's not as obvious, but still obvious. Yeah. Personalize. You got to personalize her a bit. Like, I'm still tweaking with my VTuber sort of thing. I'm still tweaking my avatar. I'm not always in character, just because, But, I mean, what VTuber that you really watch is always in character, to be fair. In all fairness, what among them are? But yeah, I'm still messing with this, which is why I don't really do the Minecraft skin of this right now, because I'm still very much trying to nail down how I want to look for the whole mad scientist aesthetic. As evidenced by the goggles, I'm still messing with the goggles. I think they're about how I'd like them. I think how they are now is very nice. But the rest of me, I don't know. Like the clothes, I mean, the clothes are fine. I couldn't really, I don't think it's really a way for me to show on VC Face. Maybe if I was using VTube Studio, I would be able to, but Might go with the masculine Miko from Kawaii Bug's design, but changed of course. Yeah. Honestly, I would be more surprised if you weren't doing a Toho character. But yeah, I would definitely advocate for trying it. I'm gonna go ahead and snooze the ad here. Because we are about to end. So, it doesn't need to be right now. So, we are going to go ahead and sign off. I would say anyone out there that is on the fence about the whole VTubing thing, try it. Just try it. I tried it because, honestly, it's a popular thing. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. Because it's more technical bits for me to fiddle with, and I'm enjoying, like, being able to fine-tune my look. Like I said, I'm still messing with it, and I'm still going to be messing with it for quite a while. But, yeah, I like it. So, all that being said, I can do something similar to Junie. What does Junie do? I don't know what Junie does. I don't think I've caught one of her streams. I don't think she's streamed much. Has she? Like, at least not recently. Or does she? Let me check. Is that a thing that she puts in the live notifications? Or, well, not that live notification. That's my server. Yeah, I don't think she's streamed in a while. Yeah, I don't know what she does. She hasn't streamed recently. Good work stuff. Oh yeah, I feel that. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and sign off here. So, thank you everyone so much for watching the stream. If you enjoyed, I hope you do, and you want to see more, and I hope you do. Go ahead and check out the VODs channel. It is down in the cards below. You can go and check out the YouTube, and that's where all the VODs get posted 48 hours after the stream goes live, because Twitch doesn't like it when I do less than 24. So, and if you're on the YouTube, hey, come check out the Twitch. That's where we do these things live. You can be one of these people in the chat. So, you know, if that tickles your fancy, go ahead and do that. If you want to support the stream, be sure to watch, follow, tell your friends. Those are all the best ways to do it, and they're all completely free. You know what else is free? If you got a Twitch Prime sub, you can also drop that to me, which is if you just happen to have the Amazon Prime stuff, you've also got Twitch Prime, and you can subscribe here completely free. The only problem is that you have to re-up it every month, but even then, free. Come on, B just did it today. You can do it too. If you don't have the Prime, or you've already used it and you still want to support me, it's $5 for the sub, and I really appreciate it because I get half of that. You've also got the bits and all that and the tips, but of course, none of that is necessary. They're all very much welcome and very much appreciated, but never necessary. Thank you to B and Minnie, as well as Eli, Klefke, Fox, pretty much everyone for being in chat. At some point, I'm gonna start getting enough people to where I can't name off everyone in chat anymore. But thank you to everyone in chat for being there, because it really does fill out the empty space. And thank you to you out there. You, I see you. All of you out there that are not in chat, but you're still here. I appreciate you. You're the real MVPs. Because even just being here is the best support you can give. The next stream is going to be tomorrow, same day, or same time, same place. Vintage Story. And if you want to keep up to date with all of the stream things, we have the Discord down below. Feel free to join that at your leisure. We are welcoming and accepting to all. And that will be where you find the who, what, when, where, why, and how of every stream. As well as just talking with the community. It's just a nice little place to hang out after the stream is gone. But yes, thank you everyone, and without further ado from my ramblings, I will see each and every one of you next time.